Nuggets with their 112-105 win last night. The theme, the fourth quarter, Oklahoma City outscored Denver 34-19. You got Lu Dort hitting threes, and SGA was great. 31 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. And here is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the presumptive MVP, post-game about their big win.
For me, first and foremost, winning is the end-all, be-all. That's why I play basketball, and I know that across the locker room. Whatever it takes to get that done is what our minds is on, and it's not just me, it's not just coach, it's not just Sam. It's across the locker room, and I think that's why we've been able to win basketball games this year. Now we all know that we can't get ahead of ourselves, and we got to play the play in front of us. If we want to get there, we can't skip those steps, and that's what we focus on.
68 wins regular season, likely MVP, up 3-2. In the conference semifinals, will obviously host the conference finals if they win, likely against Minnesota. The question now becomes, is SGA owed an apology?
Well, not yet, right? Shouldn't we hold off until they get the job done?
We've questioned him. We've said, is he built to win it all? Is he going to be that Jason Tatum-like pre-injury quiet superstar? Now, Tatum did win it all. CC at one point said, I'd be surprised if anyone outside the Lakers get to the conference finals, and that was mainly based on put your top players up there. Can I visualize them carrying a team? Well, it's easy with the Lakers because I've seen it multiple times, 10 times with LeBron, and last year with Luka. I haven't seen it with SGA. That's where the apology question comes from. Do you owe SGA an apology?
Maybe. We're not there yet. I think I'm in alignment with Smalls. He's got to accomplish something that we haven't seen the Oklahoma City Thunder do before with him as the leading star, which is advance to the championship rounds. They got to the second round last year. Now they lost to the Dallas Mavericks, and the series looked a lot differently than this one currently does. But, yeah, I think we're getting to that point now where we have to embrace the Oklahoma City Thunder and take them seriously in terms of being a title contender. It's not just a team with a flashy regular season record and an MVP. This is a team that has what it takes in order to be able to win closely contested games. They have a superstar that's great at being able to close out games, and they can match the intensity of an opponent like the Denver Nuggets that has a bank full of pride. To me, I learned a lot from that game yesterday. I got more from that game yesterday than you got in the game earlier this series when they won by 40. Because this is a situation where you actually saw them down late and find a way to come back. It was Lu Dort playing the hero. He went on a 9-1 run by himself at the 8.5-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Then SGA found a way to close the show. He scored 12 of the final 14 points, scored or assisted on 12 of the final 14 points for the Thunder. So when you have that combination of guys, when you can play 10 guys in the second round of the postseason and come from behind in the fourth quarter and find a way to win, that is impressive to me. And that's why I'm starting to get to the point now where I have championship expectations for the Thunder.
I'm getting there, but I'm not fully at apology zone yet, because I don't think we've been disrespectful to Oklahoma City. We've acknowledged how dominant they've been all regular season. We have acknowledged how incredible SGA has been this entire year. I think saying until I see you do it in the postseason, I can't go there, and I'm going to default to the greatest player on planet Earth and Jokic and a team that's won a championship, I don't think that's disrespectful to OKC. Now, they're making their case why we should have believed in them a little bit more, but until they get out of this round, until they continue to advance, I'm not going to say that we owe them some big apology. Now, I have been incredibly impressed with them, especially as you mentioned, CC, climbing out of that deficit, that 12-point deficit in the second half. And that's something that Oklahoma City is familiar with. They stay cool, calm, collected when they get behind. This season, they're 20-10 in games when trailing by 10-plus points, including the playoffs. And that's a testament to Shai. Yes, we say we have to wait and see it until we believe it, but he's giving us veteran vibes. He's not getting rattled at all.
His numbers in this series are phenomenal, and it's almost like you don't feel like they are for whatever reason. I mean, he's averaging 28 points, and he's averaging 7 and 7 across the board in terms of rebounds and assists. It's unbelievable. You know, it's funny.
Those are LeBron James-like numbers.
Yeah. And back in the day, Tim Duncan was amazing, obviously, first ballot Hall of Famer. And I remember my dad and I would talk about it, and my dad would say to me, The best thing about Tim Duncan is like every quarter he's getting you 5 points and 3 rebounds. Because then by the end of the game, you're like, oh, he's got 20 and 12, like for every game he plays. But he just does it consistently. I know they had a big fourth quarter last night, but Shea's almost like just one of these quiet guys who kind of just does it as the game progresses, and he doesn't feel like a megastar, yet he's averaging 28, 7, and 7 in the conference semis against Jokic, who had 44.
But I guess that's the thing I wanted to see. Like, can you match wits with the best player on the planet?
Yeah.
Because Jokic was dominant. Jokic was absolutely awesome. I mean, that fourth quarter, he was unstoppable. It didn't matter how many bodies they put on him. He balled against Hartenstein. Chet Holmgren didn't stand a chance. I mean, this guy is taking shots, getting his own rebounds, and finishing at the rim. Jokic was a one-man wrecking ball. Like you said, 44 and 15 last night, 13 points in the fourth quarter alone, a 4-6 shooting. But it didn't matter because SGA was so great. I mean, he had the midi for the three-point play over Jamal Murray at the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. He had the three-point ball that made it a 6-point game with less than a minute to go. Like, those are huge plays, huge shots, and that's what you wanted to see him do in those consequential moments. Can you be the difference in terms of why your team would win? Can you stand up to the pressure of a superstar on the other side of the court going blow for blow with you? That's what I wanted to know. And that's what we're seeing right now. He failed that test last postseason against Luka Doncic. Mm-hmm. It seems like he's coming through this year. Now, job's not done. Game 6 in Denver, you know what that's going to be like playing at altitude. That's not going to be easy for them. And potentially a Game 7 back at home. So they've got to be able to finish the drill. But based on what I've seen so far in this series, you got to feel good about what OKC is bringing to the party, and you got to feel good about the way Shea is closing out games.
Would you pick OKC if it goes to 7?
Yes, because OKC is the deeper team. And we saw that pop up yesterday late in the game. I mean, you could tell that in that fourth quarter, the other starters for Denver, not named Nikola Jokic, struggled. So Nikola Jokic had an awesome fourth quarter. Everybody else for Denver was 1 of 15 from the field. That ain't going to get it done. Meanwhile, OKC, they're playing 10 guys, 9 guys in double-figure minutes. That is absolutely huge. There's a reason why the Oklahoma City Thunder lead the playoff teams remaining in pace, fast break points, and deflections per game. So if it's going to be an extended series, you're asking me who I trust? I trust the Oklahoma City Thunder because they're the fresher team. And
you trust the team more than just one individual player.
I trust the team. And because you have so many different guys that can play the hero on any given night. Like, we're giving SGA his flowers, and rightfully so. But they don't win that game last night unless Lou Dort does what he does early in the fourth quarter. He was absolutely phenomenal. Not just the made 3 balls, but deflections, being able to get loose balls. All of those things equate to winning plays, stuff that doesn't show up in the box score. And that, to me, is why I'm getting to the point now where I can trust the Oklahoma City Thunder because they trust all of the guys that they put in the game at any given point.
All right, coming up. We got to let them know about a 64-win team, a defensive player of the year, a coach of the year, and an exit after Smalls lets you know about ESPN Bets.
Evan, I know you're very familiar with ESPN Bet. For those who aren't, the playoffs are in full swing. You can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from